don't even know if we need like an intro like that. Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to our podcast.
Welcome.
What are we talking about?
Talking about all things Disney.
Wow.
All the things.
Welcome to The Princess and the Fraud.
This is our very first
Episode. Podcast episode. The first podcast that you are hosting.
Am I hosting?
You're a host.
I'm co-hosting.
You're hosting. We're hosting. We are
Yes.
hosting.
Yes.
Yes. I have my own podcast, but that's neither here nor there.
And it's a very different kind of podcast.
It's a very
than
different
what we're
type of
gonna
podcast. We're not going to talk about that podcast.
Okay.
This is our podcast.
Okay.
You have been a guest on that one before, though.
Oh, many a time.
Yeah.
But this time I can actually say my name and promote
This podcast is PG-13.
PG. Yeah.
PG-13.
Sure.
Yeah. No
Sure.
cursing allowed.
Well, yeah.
Which is nice. It's a good change of pace. Anyway.
Okay.
This podcast is all Disney. Everything Disney. Movies, theme parks, food, rides,
Clothing.
attractions, clothing. What else? What are we missing?
Just anything.
Characters,
Mm-hmm.
stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about it. It's a really good time to be doing something like this because there is so much Disney in the future.
Yeah. Lots of
Headed
Disney
our
in the
way.
future. Yeah. We're going in May.
And but controversial Disney too, like the live
Ooh,
actions,
yeah.
the sequels.
Yeah.
So lots of things that we'll be able to talk about.
Yeah. It'll be nice. We get a little change of pace.
Yeah.
I guess, we should probably introduce ourselves to whoever's
Yeah.
listening. My name is Frankie, and I am joined with my fiance.
Yes.
What's your name?
Becky.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, we just wanted to make this podcast because I have my own podcast that I host. Like we said, it's very different to this one, and we love Disney, so we figured why
we
not
talk about it enough
where
on
we
our
should,
own.
yeah, where
So
we
now
should
we
make
can-
our own podcast about Disney.
We'll get some other points of view and some other opinions included.
Yeah, which is nice. And we
So-
wanted to make this one and a YouTube channel to pair up with it because we have the studio, and that's why if you do watch this on YouTube, the YouTube channel will be Princess and the Fraud. I think. Oh no, I changed it. It's The Princess and the Fraud, and you might watch it and be like, "Why is the background what it is?" And that's because this studio is my podcast studio. So yeah. But anyway, yeah, we've should we give them background on us?
Well, I figured, so I have a couple questions we can ask that'll sort of give some background on our experience with Disney and the parks itself.
Yeah, but I meant as an introduction to who we are.
Yeah, sure. Whatever you want to share.
We're getting married.
We are getting married. We got engaged last March in Disney
Mm-hmm.
in front of the castle.
Yes, in Disney.
And we're getting married next June 2020. So
June 20th, 2020.
So that might kind of trickle into this podcast as well, wedding planning and things like that. If
Yeah, a little bit.
if we ever get sidetracked.
But you've always been a huge Disney fan, and
Yes.
I never was into Disney, nor did I watch any of the movies a lot, and you basically dragged me in.
I sort of forced it on you, but thankfully you fell in love with it.
Yeah,
just
I'm
as
open-minded,
much as-
and I like to learn about different things, and I like to what would you say?
You're very enthusiastic
Yes,
about new things.
Very enthusiastic about
Which-
things. So
which is very
we did
good.
our first as a couple trip to Disney in January of
January.
2017,
Mhm.
which was just an absolutely amazing trip all around.
Mhm.
I mean, Disney is absolutely insane.
Mhm. Disney World.
Disney World, yeah, we should probably preface that. We are
Mhm.
on the East Coast. We haven't been to Disneyland. We were going to do a Disneyland trip, but we ended up going to Nashville instead.
Mhm. But I
So-
also think we have such a tight bond to Disney World at this point, which is why it would be good to kind of have these conversations, because in planning Disneyland, my whole issue was going there is going to make me miss and want to go to Disney World
Mhm.
once we get, you would still have that amazing experience of seeing Disneyland and seeing those original rides and everything, but I feel like I would miss the Animal Kingdom, Epcot, Hollywood Studios aspect of it. And
Yeah,
need
it's like
that.
going to Disney without going to Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
nothing against Disneyland. I mean, we haven't been there. We can't really talk bad about it, but we personally, I guess we think that Disney World is better
Yeah, that's all the only point of view
because
we've
that's
ever
our
had.
Disney. I
Yeah.
think that's why. I don't think it's because any one is inferior to the other. I just think it's because we personally have a
Bond with
yeah,
that.
yeah, a bond with it. So yeah, Disney World is our home Disney park.
Mm-hmm.
And we say home when we're very far away from it. We're from New Jersey, so we have to travel quite a bit to get down there. But it's not as bad as you would think because the flight from Atlantic City is only like an hour and 10,
20-ish
something like
on a
that.
bad day.
Yeah, so we usually fly in very early and go right to the park when we land.
Yep.
So what do we get into today?
All right, so most of the questions that we're kind of going to be talking about are based on Disney World parks. And I figure since we talk about it so much together, we could try to kind of answer these questions for each other, kind of like a
Newlywed
Disney
Disney game? Sure.
or a nearly weds Disney game. Yeah.
Nearlyweds. I like that one. That's
Newlyweds.
nice.
So there's the first one, I mean, is just first time you went to Disney World, which we kind of is going to be different for the both of us.
I have to well, you know mine, but I have to answer yours.
Yeah. Well, this one I could kind of answer for myself, but
I would guess. I mean, you were like 7.
no, I think I was like 3. I think the first time was 96 and I was 3 years old. I was little.
Yeah, that's pretty young to go to Disney.
Yeah, but I got it. Like I understood.
Well, no, I guess
it.
not. We've seen so many newborn babies in Disney, so.
And then your first trip. That's why our perspectives are going to be different too.
Right.
His first trip was when we went in 2017.
I was 22.
Yeah.
About to be 23.
Yeah. So very different. I have grown up going.
It's almost 20 years
multiple
after
times.
you went.
Yeah. Multiple times.
That's actually ridiculous,
And
but
he's
very
kind
funny.
of gotten just the adult perspective, whereas I have like the nostalgia
Yeah.
perspective on top of all the new stuff and seeing it
Mm-hmm.
as an adult. So there's that. So again, two very different relationships with Disney World.
Yeah, you probably didn't even know where you were
Yeah.
when you went. And when I went, I was like a man-child.
Right.
Because I literally got like shot back into the 90s.
Yeah.
I might as well have
You
been
became
3.
a kid. We all become kids
Yeah.
when we go to
I don't
Disney.
even know what I was. I felt like I was having outer body experiences when I was there.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was very,
Surreal.
I kept saying it was a movie when I
Mhm.
was there. I was like, this is a movie.
Mhm.
And if anyone by any chance is listening to this that hasn't gone to Disney, you probably should go. Not
Yeah.
a probably, you definitely should go.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how old you are, really. I think that's what's awesome about it is our first trip, we sat down next to an old couple on the bus, Magical Express, going to
Epcot.
Epcot?
Your first park was Epcot. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, my first ride was Spaceship Earth.
Mm-hmm.
And they just randomly started talking to us, right?
Yeah.
They were asking
Yeah.
like what we were doing or whatever, and it just came up that it was my first time there, and they were
Yeah.
like, the woman was just like,
I just
we
remember
go-
her saying, "You're gonna love it." I just
yeah,
remember
she's like, you're
that.
gonna love it. She's like, we go every, I don't know, month or something like that. They definitely were retired and live in Florida, but yeah, it was just her and her old little husband,
Mm-hmm.
and they were just loving life.
Yeah, it's gonna be us.
It was our future. Yeah, it was nice.
I
But
think
yeah,
that's
she
future us.
was basically like telling me I have no idea what I'm getting myself into because it's
Mhm.
that amazing. So,
Mhm.
and she was right.
Mm-hmm. All right, number 2, favorite park.
Oh, I'm answering for you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yours is Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, and yours is Epcot.
Yeah,
Mhm.
which is interesting because I remember when I first told you, you were kind of mad at me, but
No, I wasn't mad. I can see it. I understand it. I get it. I think Epcot out of all the parks is a more
if I only
adult
could
park.
if I can only go to one park for a day, or it would probably be Epcot. Obviously Magical.
But we did
Why do
that
I
and we
keep
went to
saying- I
Magic
keep mixing
Kingdom.
up Magical Kingdom.
Who are you?
I'm tired. I just did an hour and a half podcast before
Too
this.
much.
Believe it or not, talking takes up a lot of energy.
Mm-hmm.
I had 2 Red Bulls today.
Oh wow.
What was I saying? Epcot for sure, because there's so much other than rides. So like if it's packed and you can't really get on a ride, there's a lot to do as far as, obviously around the world. And they also have like not smaller rides, but rides that you probably can get on. Like there's not going to be a long line. Like 3 Caballeros you can go on, probably not that long of a line. You can go on Figment because not a lot of people go on Figment, and it's quick because it's like continuing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What else? What other ones am I thinking of? I know there's not a lot of rides in Epcot.
Yeah.
It's definitely not, the park you want to go to if you're strictly trying to go on rides, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. There's just something about it. I like it. I like that you can go to the cool, what's it called?
Oh, the Cool Club?
Cool Club.
Club
Yeah.
Cool.
Club Cool.
Other way around. Yeah. Club Cool.
Yeah. I sound like an amateur, but that's all right. I only have 3 Disney trips under my belt in a year and a half, though.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah.
Anyway, what was?
But yeah, Magic Kingdom for me, like that's Disney. Like that's
yeah,
Disney
no,
to
that
me.
is Disney.
I haven't gone to Disney if I haven't gone to Magic Kingdom in a trip.
I mean, walking down when you first walk in and walking down Main Street, it's like very hard to beat like the feeling.
Yeah.
It's very surreal.
Yeah, and it's got all the big rides.
You just forget.
All the rides are.
You just forget where you are. Like, you walk down and it's almost like you're on like a different planet. It's so crazy. It's like, it's insane. It really is insane. And it's even better when it's not that packed. Like when you walk down and you actually can see the road.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, that's an even better feeling because you know that it's not packed. But. All right, what we got next?
Favorite land in Magic Kingdom. So there's, just to go over them for you.
I know. It's Tomorrowland.
Tomorrowland, Fantasyland, Frontierland, Adventureland.
Oh, this is easy for me. Oh, I have to guess for you.
And then we also have Liberty Square, which I guess we could
Liberty Square is Frontierland.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
For you, I'm going to guess... It's like between 2. I'm going to say Frontierland because that's got Splash Mountain. It's got Country Bears.
Definitely Frontierland. Yeah, for sure. 110%.
It's got Country Bears, got Thunder Mountain.
Also, can we say the Hall of Presidents is in Frontierland, even though that's Liberty Square?
Sure.
Because we went on that for the first time.
We went on that?
Yeah.
We watched
that. That is a movie.
Yeah.
That is a ride. I don't care. When Lincoln stands up,
I think we
spoiler
both
alert.
I think we both braced ourselves for that.
I thought they brought them back from the dead. I was like, whoa.
I mean, I had seen it before, but I think it had been closed for so long. It had been so long since
First, when you're in
it.
the waiting room, like I felt like I was in the White House, like waiting to meet the presidents. And then when you sit down and you realize that the whole room is basically a screen, that blew my mind. And then the screen opens up to have basically real robot presidents because they're real.
And they all just look at each other as they're announcing.
It's very crazy. But yeah, Frontierland for me. And then for you, you said there's Frontierland, there's Tomorrowland.
Tomorrowland, Adventureland, Fantasyland.
Wow. I would say Fantasyland.
Yeah.
I guess because Rapunzel's Tower.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
because we both have like favorite spots in the parks. So it's tough though because Fantasyland doesn't have much.
Well, it has Small World, Peter Pan.
Right, but by much I mean yes, those are iconic rides, but they're not like what everyone goes to Magic Kingdom for.
That's where Be Our Guest is. That's where the carousel is.
Yeah,
that's
Be Our Guest. We're going to breakfast again there. I can't wait.
That's where like all the nostalgia parts.
Yeah, no,
are.
it's amazing. I mean, it's absolutely amazing.
Fantasyland. It's just cheery. It's cheerful.
Yeah, you can't be upset in
Fantasyland.
No, in Disney in general, you can't be upset. You could be stressed. You could definitely be stressed, but you can't be upset.
Yeah. Favorite Disney resort hotel.
Mm.
And it doesn't have to be one that we necessarily.
Yeah, because we
have
only
stayed
stay.
at.
We're cheap. We only stay at
We've only been to 2, All Star and
3.
Pop Century. We've only stayed
I'm sorry. I thought you meant like, I thought All Star Sports Music and movies was different.
No, they're all together.
So it doesn't have to be just that one. It could
Could be one that we visited or want to go to.
I would
we've been
I
to
would
a
assume that yours is contemporary. Okay. What is it?
I really like Art of Animation. Like when we walked through it, like it's just super colorful and all the like big statues and everything, like the Nemo section and the Little Mermaid.
Right. And that wait, let me backtrack. The reason why we said I said we're cheap is because we're like firm believers that it doesn't really matter where you stay, like as long as you have a place to stay, because you want to stay at the park and do stuff, or even Disney Springs, like as you want to stay out as long as possible. So at the end of the day, it's just a place to sleep.
Yeah.
Essentially.
We could like sleep on a bench at that point.
Yeah, I mean,
we're exhausted.
Oh yeah, because like when we roll in, like we get up at like 3 a.m, we go on our plane that usually leaves at 6. You get there by 8, the latest, maybe 9. Check in, we drop off our stuff, and then we just head to the park, and then we don't get back until 9, 10 o'clock at night. So that first day, we could literally lay on the grass.
Yeah.
And we would be out cold. And then we're changing it up this trip, but the last trips we didn't give ourselves a day to just relax at the resort. Yeah. So we kind of just every day get up, go to sleep, get up, go to sleep. And then this trip we're actually going to change it up. We're going to do just one day where we can go to the pool and go to Disney Springs and shop and kind of relax, quote unquote.
Recoup.
Let me think about what my favorite is, because I mean, last time we went, the last day our flight wasn't until like 6 at night, so we kind of just had the whole day to walk around and go on different. We finally went on the monorail. I never went on the monorail before. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But we went to Contemporary. We went to the Grand Floridian. We didn't go to Polynesian, right?
Mm-mm.
I mean, I think I have mine, but
I think we've talked about it before, about wanting to go there, the Wilderness Lodge, Fort Wilderness Lodge.
I like it, but I don't.
Animal Kingdom
the
Lodge.
problem is I'm not going to pick one that I haven't been to because I don't know. So no, it's not.
Okay,
It's not
so then
Wilderness
Contemporary?
Lodge.
No?
No.
What would it be?
It's Pop Century.
Oh, you do? Like
Yeah,
Pop
no, I
Century
loved it.
then?
When we went, it was like moving up in the world. It was like really cool. They had really cool stuff, like statues and all the other stuff that they build around the park. It's really cool. It's really nice and clean. The rooms are awesome. Like they're like little like apartments almost, even though they don't have a kitchen. But yeah, it was just really nice, and way nicer than, nothing against the All-Star ones, but it was just really nice.
Yeah.
And I like the location of it. I think it's cool that you can go across to Art of Animation. And even though we didn't use this feature yet because it's not built, but the fact that eventually it's going to have the gondola air ride things to go to the parks. Is that supposed to go to Magic Kingdom?
I think Hollywood Studios, because that's the closest.
Okay. I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, and I keep forgetting. We also liked, didn't we like Boardwalk too?
Boardwalk is actually
really
cool.
Really cool when we
but
went
the
there.
problem is, like, I know it doesn't really matter when you're just picking your favorite, but to me, I always think about how much it is to actually stay there. And it's just like, I don't know, because I've never been in any of the rooms, but I wouldn't imagine that it would be worth that much money to stay at the boardwalks. Yeah. But really cool. I mean, it's a really cool resort for sure.
All right, next one's favorite snack.
I know yours, but you have a lot. Yours is a Mickey pretzel.
Yeah, with the cheese.
With the cheese, of course.
Yeah, that's good on a hot day.
I don't know if you're gonna know mine, because I don't know mine, honestly. I'm also like, I have unpopular opinions about things. I think Disney's their snacks aren't overrated, but they're definitely not as great as everyone makes them out to be. The food, like at restaurants, are really good. But again, they're overpriced, but I understand why.
I'm trying to think of what like you get the most.
What I've gotten the most, I don't like.
The cheese pretzel.
Yeah, I usually get the pepper jack cheese pretzel at Tomorrowland and Magic Kingdom. and it's just not that great. I would definitely say my favorite one is a sweet. If that gives you a
Was
hint.
it the funnel cake?
Nope.
The croissant donut?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nepka?
that's
Yeah,
like
that was fire.
that was probably the
That's
best.
a special one though. That's not one that people are always going and getting that every time they go.
Yeah, mine's the pretzel because like every time I'm in
Everyone
Magic
gets a
Kingdom,
pretzel.
I get it. While I'm
Now, is it
watching
because the
Festival of
pretzel's
Fantasy.
actually good, or is it because it's Mickey shaped? I haven't had it.
No, I like soft pretzels as like a rule. Like I just like them.
Well, they're good.
And then dipped in cheese and
Yeah.
shaped like Mickey.
Anything
on a hot
with
day.
cheese is A+ for me. But the pepper jack filled cheese pretzel from what's the place called in Tomorrowland?
Refreshment Port?
Something like that.
No, that's where we got the croissant donut.
Right. Also, the Dole Whip
I
is
don't remember.
close too.
Yeah.
But it was just not cheesy enough. Like it was very little cheese in the middle of it, and it just wasn't that great. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, those are mine.
Okay. Favorite souvenir?
Oh, this is tough because we don't. Oh, yours is your coffee cup that you got,
Yeah.
probably
Mug.
the one with all the castles, towers.
But I just like to get mugs.
Yeah,
in
that's one thing that we
places.
kind of like to quote unquote collect.
Yeah, I think ours is kind of the same for that because you got the Sven mug.
Yeah, mine was definitely the mug. I don't really have or that or I thought I bought something with Baymax. No, I don't think so. We don't really buy like many
No.
souvenirs or
We'll get
or,
like hats. Didn't we get hats before?
No.
We've gotten pins. I've gotten a Pascal hat. I like dad hats, but I don't get them from Disney.
Yeah, we usually buy them from other
Separate
places. The thing is, like, Disney's just very expensive overall, and we like to budget, like, or try to not spend an arm and a leg.
You know, it was a cool souvenir too. When we got engaged, the ornament with Mickey and Minnie in front of the castle, where she has the Dole Whip and he has the map.
Yeah.
It's in my room right now. That's
Yeah.
a cool souvenir because
Yeah.
that was like to celebrate getting engaged.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we don't really do much shopping when we're there.
Yeah.
Even in Disney Springs, because that's basically like a mall for us. Like, why would we go buy stuff there?
Favorite table service and counter service. So 2 different things. See, we've done the meal plan 2 out of 3 times. And so we're used to more of like the fast
This is like impossible.
service. Table service should be easy for both of us.
It should be, but it's not. I would say be our guest.
Yeah.
Table service.
Yeah.
That's just amazing. I mean, to me, it's the best restaurant that's in Disney.
Just the theming.
We haven't eaten lunch or dinner there. So obviously this is not based off food. Breakfast is absolutely amazing though. But just the atmosphere alone is insane.
Yeah.
It's really cool. Yeah, I don't know where else table service wise. I would say because it's considered. Wait, what's the other one? Table service and what?
Counter service. So quick service.
Oh, okay.
What
So
we're
where you
used
can
to
get.
getting.
Oh, okay, then never mind. Yeah, so it's be our guest.
Yeah.
That's really all we've ever been to.
That's like a table
Sit
service.
down, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh no,
we can-
Trattoria El Forno.
Yeah, but that's not I mean, it's on Disney property, but
Yeah, but you can't use
it's at
Meal?
the boardwalk.
you can't use a meal.
I don't think so.
I think we can. The only reason why we didn't was because we didn't get a meal plan. We were only there for 2 days.
It's not quick service. It was a sit down.
That's what I mean. Table service. We were talking about tables.
yeah.
Yeah. So table service, I would give that gives not atmosphere wise, but it's cool because it is a character dining. But it definitely gives it a run for its money because it's a really cool atmosphere and there's singing and there's dancing and stuff, and if you want to see characters, it's cool.
Food was
It's
good.
definitely expensive, but again, anywhere you eat, really, it's going to be expensive. But be our guest probably for both of us. And then quick service.
I know yours.
I
I have to think of mine.
don't think you know mine because mine was like a curveball.
Pecco's Bill.
That's in there, but I'm trying to think of like the time I had the best meal. And I remember
The American Pavilion.
no,
in
no,
Epcot.
that was you. That was all you. It was our first time getting a meal in a park, and we were at Epcot the first day, and we ended up going to the American Pavilion to get steak and French fries.
But there was more
We
than
coulda
that.
ate- we
It was
coulda
like
ate
the way that
anywhere. We
There was
coulda-
like shrimp, mashed potatoes, steak, string beans. Like it was
We could have
so
literally
good.
eaten anywhere.
I hadn't eaten in like 12 hours. I was
Yeah.
starving.
Yeah.
It was so good. Got the energy back up. Okay, so then no for
I'm trying to
you?
think of
Not
your
Pecco's Bill?
No, it's up there though. You're not gonna get it. It's very
ABC commissary?
no.
I have no clue.
It's I don't even know the name of the place. It's
Great. Fantastic. Great meal.
it's in Pandora.
Oh.
Remember when we had those
Santulli
Oh,
the bowls.
what are they called though? Not essential bowls. They're like I gotta look it up because it's really gonna bother me.
Santulli Canteen, though.
Santulli. Sorry about all the background noise. It's because
We
my
have
phone.
a helicopter landing.
Yeah, it's my phone.
Really?
Yeah,
Jeez.
Apple, get it together.
I don't even know what mine is.
What is the name of this thing? I'm not even gonna look anymore. But it's
Sustainable. A sustainable
Thank
fish
you.
bowl.
Sustainable bowl.
Sustainable
Yeah. I had the steak and the rice, and wow, I mean, it was insane. It was very good for a random quick service. Like it was very good, and it was healthy. You never really get healthy in Disney.
I'm really trying hard to think of mine. I can't think of mine.
Your quick service?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, to be honest. I wouldn't be able to guess
Maybe
yours.
ABC commissary the first time.
Yeah, when
The
we had those
Popper.
jalapeno popper burger.
That burger was good.
Yeah, that was good.
But yeah, we've eaten so many
Pecco's
places
Bill is
now.
definitely up there, though. Pecco's Bill was fire. It was really good.
Yeah, I would think that it's someplace in Magic Kingdom, but I really can't think of it right now.
No.
All right. Oh, well.
Yeah, that seems about right.
All right, next one's favorite ride.
Ooh, baby. See, this is why this is where it gets tough. Like they ask questions like this, but they fail
Let's do
to
for
mention
each
that there's
park.
yeah.
You want to do each
There's
park?
so many rides. So Animal Kingdom is Everest for you.
Mm-hmm. That's my top.
Epcot is Soarin'. Or Frozen.
Mm-mm.
Wow.
I'm going nostalgic on that. Like I can't go to.
Oh,
Epcot.
a Spaceship Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Silly me. Hollywood Studios is definitely Tower of Terror.
Mm-hmm.
And Magic Kingdom, it has to be Splash Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say Pirates because now it's like
No.
kind of important, but no, Splash Mountain. Let
Yep.
me think of mine. Oh, it doesn't matter. Let's see.
Splash Mountain in Magic Kingdom.
Yep.
Flights of Passage in Animal Kingdom.
Yeah, and that's hard. Honestly, that's really tough. If you guys know, I mean, Everest is probably, if I had to pick out of all the parks, if I could only ride one for the rest of like my life, it would probably be Everest. But when we went on Flights of Passage, man, that was a movie. Like I was
that
basically
was the one, like he's not good at waiting in lines, and he made
we had a
me go
fast
back.
pass, right?
We had a fast pass, and then he was like, I'm not waiting in line to go on the River Navi, so we still haven't been on that, the boat ride in Pandora.
Yeah, but I loved it so much.
He loved it so much he made us wait in line again for 2 hours.
Yeah, basically an hour and 45.
He threw off our record for Everest. We were gonna break the record of going.
We weren't
10
close.
times in a row. We
went
4 times.
we went 11 times the first time. The second time we were there, we went 7, I thought. Or it would have been our 7th. We got off of Flights of Passage and sprinted because the park was about to close. We sprinted to Everest while the River of Lights was going on. And they just let the last people in, and then you cried.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it was all my fault. But I mean, that ride is just an absolute movie for real. So yes, it would be Flights of Passage for Animal Kingdom.
Hollywood Studios, Tower of Terror.
Yeah, there's not much there. Rock and Roller Coaster is a great ride, but it's definitely not my
favorite ride
it's not
of
my
the
favorite.
whole
I'm trying to
park.
think what else is at Hollywood Studios other than dinosaurs and
Yeah.
you know what I always forget is in Epcot? Test Track.
Yeah.
And the reason why I don't like Test Track and the ride I like it is they like
The line.
the way that they set up the way to wait in line and how they get people in and out is very poorly managed.
Mhm.
So once they fix that, I'll like Test Track more. But yes, Hollywood Studios is Tower of Terror by a mile. By a mile, like that's the best. It's like probably my top 5 rides.
And then Epcot Spaceship Earth for
Yeah,
nostalgia.
yeah. Which is tough too. But my very first ride at Walt Disney World was Spaceship Earth, and
That's like Epcot.
it completely
That's-
scrambled my brain
If
because
they got rid of everything else, as long as Spaceship Earth was still there, Epcot
aren't they
would
doing
still
something
exist.
to it? Didn't they say they're
Yeah,
going to do
they're,
something?
like,
They're
updating
renovating it. When are
They're
they doing that?
updating
This
it.
year? It's going to be for the 50-year anniversary of
yeah, it's
Epcot,
closing
right?
for like 2 years. So
Yeah.
this is going to be the last time we go on it for a while in May.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's good.
So everything we have the same except for
Not Everest.
yes.
Flights of Passage.
Yes. Favorite show. So like we have Beauty and the Beast live.
I'm thinking like Disney show that we watch at home.
No, we have Frozen live, Beauty and the Beast live. We'll put the Friendship Fair in there.
No, your favorite show is the Frozen show, right?
I like the Frozen show.
Not your favorite though?
I've only been to it one time. That's the thing.
That was awesome.
It was
That was a
good.
really good show.
It was fun. Yeah, it's probably not my favorite.
Country Bears?
I don't think that's a show.
That's
Is
a
that
show.
a
Oh,
show?
that's for sure a show. They put on a show.
No, you should know this. 'Cause I get
Blood
hype.
on the sand.
No, I
Big
get
Al doesn't
hype.
do that every night in, night out, just for you to not say it's the best show. There's obviously a show I'm not thinking of. The Friendship Fair?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
We
I
are
get
the
hype, but that's
sunshine.
like-
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's Friendship Fair for me.
Yeah.
For you, if you're counting Country Bears, then it's Country Bears.
No, it's not. No, I'm not counting. No, even counting Country Bears now.
You liked Frozen. Is it Frozen?
No. I didn't know you were thinking that Friendship Fair was a show. So now that I know that you think that's a show,
Friendship Fair.
no. It's in the realm of Friendship Fair. Come on.
Not a parade.
Festival.
No, that's not a
show.
See, this is the problem. That's not a show. There's a whole different question for that. Babe, there's a whole different question for that.
Babe.
No, that's not a show.
Babe.
That's not a show.
Okay. Then Country Bears for sure. Blood on the sand.
So, back to the original response.
All the guys
Yes.
that turn me on, turn me down.
Okay, number 10. Parade or fireworks? Favorite parade or fireworks?
I don't know.
Let's do each.
What do you mean?
Festival,
Favorite
fantasy,
fireworks is
Illumination.
it should be Wishes,
Mm.
but Happily Ever After.
Mm-hmm.
Wishes was better. And Parade, Festival of
Yeah,
Fantasy.
there's only one parade.
Yeah, there's no other parade.
Well,
The Friendship Fair.
Star Wars.
Dun,
marching down.
dun,
Yeah.
dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
The first time we went,
And
every
then is
time we were
yours
walking.
Illuminations?
No. Illuminations is
Wishes.
I don't like Illuminations because I have anxiety with it. I don't like that.
Everything.
Oh no. Is Illuminations in Hollywood Studios?
No, that's Phantasmic.
Yeah, I don't like Phantasmic because I don't like how it's set up where people are literally, if you're in the back, you're trapped. You can't get out until everyone else gets out.
Yeah.
There should be multiple exits.
You freak out a little bit.
Yeah, I want to get out like 5 minutes before it ends. Illuminations is better than Happily Ever After.
But you like Wishes is your favorite firework?
Wishes is my favorite fireworks, yeah,
Okay.
because that was my first love.
Okay, this is a tough one. Favorite pavilion in Epcot. So favorite country.
Wow. For you, I would assume Mexico, Norway.
Yeah, Norway,
I
and
s-
then there's another one that I like to walk around. Norway because Frozen rides there and Anna and Elsa are there.
England. What is it? London? What is it? What is that even called? British?
The UK?
United Kingdom?
Yeah.
What do you like to walk around? I don't know. There's like France.
It's
There's
really pretty.
Morocco.
Yeah.
Yeah, Morocco's cool.
I like to walk around Morocco.
Yeah, I think Morocco is the only pavilion where when you get into it, you actually think you're in Morocco. Like you actually think
It's
you're
like
in the
tucked
country.
away,
It's
and
very
nobody goes back there.
yeah,
And it's pretty. You go into that like
right.
big.
It's just very like, oh my God, I'm in
mosaic.
Morocco. Like you don't walk into the France pavilion, you're like, oh, I'm in France.
Yeah.
I do think it's so cool how they have the people that work there from that country. So it's very authentic.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I don't know. So let me think for a second. I don't know. So
Germany?
No. We never actually stayed
Mexico?
in Germany. I would say Mexico probably because the Three Caballeros, the Fiesta Margarita,
And it's like the beginning of.
yeah. Yeah, and then second is Canada.
I was gonna say
Because it's just cool.
too.
Like no
And all
one's
the
ever
stuff
in
is
there. Yeah,
hockey
yeah, it's all
stuff.
hockey stuff. So I like it a lot. We still haven't been on that ride in the back
It's
or
not
that
really
show.
a ride. Yeah, it's a.
We got to do that next time. Yeah.
What color is your magic band? We can just say this. We don't have to guess it.
No, I know. I just forget what color we picked.
I always get gray,
Yeah, we usually
but
do
I
gray.
might get a.
I did blue once. I
might get,
hated
like,
it.
a
I regretted
character
it. I didn't
You
like
got
walk.
red ones too.
Yeah, I didn't like walk. No, I thought it was
Yeah,
blue.
I still have your
It was
red
red?
one.
I regretted the minute I got it in the mail. I
Yeah.
hate that.
I've got.
They need to
gray.
come out with better colors.
Yeah,
Like
I
a
might
white
get
one, like a white one or a black one.
They did,
They have a
but
black
it
one.
costs more money.
Yeah, see, that's
Not
just
free.
silly.
Favorite character to meet?
Yours is Rapunzel.
Yours is Baymax.
Yep. Easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
First time I met Baymax, they didn't take any good pictures. I hugged them. They didn't even get it. Second time, I punched them in the eye. Or I headbutted them in the eye. Whoever... Yeah, Baymax was just not...
Yeah.
He was not happy with me.
A character you haven't met but you really want to meet.
Wow.
I have a bunch. You could really just...
Merida for you?
Yeah, I've said Merida before. I was thinking of her.
I don't even know what other characters we haven't met.
A lot. We haven't met a lot.
Winnie the Pooh.
No. I want to
Eeyore.
meet Merida. I wish that I could meet Esmeralda.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
She's in
Tarzan,
like, other
we haven't met
parks.
him.
No, and there's a new one.
Oh, hold on, because I forget his name. Her name.
Good boy.
Oh, it's a guy name. I just forget. Kevin.
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 I'm so pumped to meet Kevin.
You know who
man.
I want to meet? You're not even going to guess it. We never see her. It's not even a character. It's like a staple in
The
one of the
tree
parts.
woman.
Yeah, the tree woman.
She's scared.
I want to
me.
see her.
I
Never
didn't.
see her.
She's scary.
That
You
and
Hades. Hades
yeah.
comes out like Halloween time.
Yeah, I would love to meet Hades.
Or like
and,
Frollo comes out during
And you know
Halloween
what?
time.
And they're out, but we just never like went up to them. They were out once. Oh my god. I don't
Flick?
even know that. No, I would like to meet Flick. What's the name? I don't even know. I'm gonna sound like dumb. Zootopia. What? They were out.
Oh, Nick Wilde.
Yes.
And
Judy Hopps.
Judy Hopps.
Yeah. They were out, but we were gonna go, and they were like,
For
no, let's go
the-
on the People Mover
Was it the
instead.
Christmas party?
Yeah, we went on the People
Yeah.
Mover instead.
And saw them from afar.
And Buzz and Woody were out too.
Mm-hmm.
We got to see The Incredibles too. Not the movie, but the
We've
thing.
seen them, man. Frozen.
Like, where's Frozone? He's just coming up. Like, what? Where did he come from? He was like dancing. Yeah. Mrs. Incredible was like.
Oh, and this is the last one.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite Disney memory?
Oh, well,
Yours is super easy. Meeting Dan Girardi.
no.
getting engaged.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to say getting engaged. Definitely. That was
Okay.
definitely up there. I was, for a little backstory,
Okay,
I'm
so
like,
let's do besides getting engaged, because obviously
then meeting
like,
Dan Girardi for sure,
meeting
which
Dan
has
Girardi.
nothing to do with Disney. It was just the place and time. Like, that was just really cool. For people who don't know, he used to be on the New York Rangers. I play hockey.
Very handsome.
And I just knew him. Like,
strong
he
butt
just,
chin.
yeah, he just walked right past us, and I'm like, I was like, I think that was Dan Girardi. She was like, what? I'm like, on the Rangers. I think that was Dan Girardi. And she was like, what? And I just turned around. I just walked behind him.
It was
I
the
poked
most
him on the shoulder.
excited I've been about not knowing something. Like
Yeah.
I was like, who is
Yeah.
it? Who? Where?
Yeah.
Which one? Who?
First day, right? No, it was the second time we were in Epcot.
We had been there for
3 days.
so long.
3 or
And
4
he
days.
He asked, he was
Super
like, did you
nice.
guys just get in? And you
Yeah.
were like, yeah, 4 days ago.
Well, first I poked him on the shoulder. I'm like, excuse me, Dan?
Man.
And like, I was like, Dan, man? And he turned around. He was like, yeah. I'm like, Girardi? He's like, yeah. I'm like, hey. He was with his wife and 2 kids. He was super nice. He even asked like what we were doing, like all the other stuff. It was I think it was the NHL All-Star break. So he was, there with his family.
Yeah.
And then yours? Other than getting engaged? Meeting Anna and Ariel.
Meeting Anna and Ariel, but like there are more. There's some more up there.
I don't know, to be honest. I'm drawing a blank.
Parades. When Rapunzel pointed me out in the parade.
Oh, right.
And Flynn,
Yes. I'm sorry.
And when Anna.
My brain is
asked
on
me-
like sleep mode right now.
Yeah.
Yes. When I was wearing my Snuggly Duckling shirt.
And I was wearing my Rapunzel hat.
Yeah. And Rapunzel
shirt.
pointed us out, and then got Flynn's attention on the float, and
freaked
then they were just like pointing at us and waving.
like
Yeah.
a
It was
little
pretty
kid.
cool.
And then Anna asked me if I wanted to build a snowman during the Christmas parade.
Yes.
That was big.
I used to be super insecure about like waving and like, saying hi to them.
like, hey.
Because like, you have to
look at me.
understand, like, especially, well, this is the thing. I'm sure a lot of grown men don't want to go to Disney and be like, oh, let me go wave to these people and be happy and excited, because that's not manly. It wasn't like that. It was like, I didn't want them to think I was weird being excited to see them, when really they get excited. I'm sure they're happy when people are happy to see them. So I don't know. I enjoy it. I like waving and yelling.
Yeah, those were the most memorable. And when I was little too, there was a memory where a similar thing happened where my favorite was Alice in Wonderland.
Mm-hmm.
And I was wearing like an Alice in Wonderland dress. And we have like on video, she saw me and she like blew me a kiss and was about to like run off of her float, like got down the stairs and like realized she couldn't go off the float. And I was like 4 or 3. It was my first trip. So any kind of like parade interaction where there's all these people and somehow they find
Yeah, it's awesome.
you in the midst of it.
Yep.
Good memories.
But yeah. So that's our intro
Yeah. So
episode.
we're just kind of, I'm super excited to just have more people interacting with what we talk about on a day.
Yeah.
Like it gets me so excited.
Yeah, it's more
So-
of like to kind of make a community of other Disney fans that like to talk about Disney, hear about Disney, a little bit about our lives and stuff like that. So,
and the other thing is we're not, like we've said, we're not experts. Like we've only been to one theme park. Like,
yeah, no, we don't
most of the
know everything
movies,
Disney. We don't have like an expertise in anything like that. We just genuinely enjoy Disney, and we want to talk about it with other people. So if you enjoy it, feel free to follow the Instagram at Princess and the Fraud. And the YouTube channel is The Princess and the Fraud. And I think that's it. We don't really need to do our personal accounts, right?
No. I mean,
I'm sure
we're
those
tagged on there.
Yeah, we're tagged on there, yeah.
If you want to come find us,
Yeah.
but
Don't worry about my other podcast. You don't need to know about that one.
about it. Some of you, if you're looking for wholesome Disney family fun, you're not going to want to listen to the other one. So don't go in search of it.
Yeah, no. But yeah, that's about it. We hope you guys enjoyed listening to us talk a little bit. And if that's all we got,
Yeah.
see you on the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.